Oriel Edry.
What is up, Natasha Talia?
This has to be our intro every time we record.
Hello, Natasha Talia. Welcome back to another episode of We Don't Have a Name for This Podcast Yet. Welcome, everyone, back to episode 2. Today, well, last time we talked about self-love, but this time we're going to talk about something that's a bit more broad in some ways. We're going to talk about confidence, self-confidence, confidence in the outside world, and we're going to be sharing our own perspectives on it.
Absolutely. Tell me, Oriel, how was your day today?
Today was, well, I had a photo shoot in Pembroke Pines for
Oh, really?
my real estate media business. Yeah,
Okay.
It was like, Pembroke Pines is always a hit or miss because you always have like the really nice West Pines area and then you have just Pembroke Pines.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know, like today, the photo shoot went well. It was actually with a return client who I haven't seen in a while. But yeah, after that, I had the photo shoot. I came back here, edited the photos, sent them out. And I just found this ad on Instagram that was like it was called like the company's called Wild Coaching or whatever, and they teach, like, they give out life coaching and NLP certifications.
Okay.
And they give it out for free, actually. Like, it's recognized by ICF and everything. So I was like, shit, I might, like, just look into it, try it.
I'm down to do it with you.
Do you have a certification?
I have one from, what's it called? That website. When I'll remember, I'll tell you. But I think that would be cool to have that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like an internationally recognized thing. So International Coaching Foundation, I don't know what it's called, Federation, whatever it's called.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I have a question related to what you do. Okay, you work in the real estate industry. You take high quality photographs of properties and listings. How did you gain the confidence to reach out to potential clientele? Because it does take a certain level of confidence,
sure.
Especially confidence in your work. What do you think brought you to this point where you were able to go and reach out and create a client base?
At first, I mean, honestly, I didn't have that much belief in it. I was just like, I want to do this. I have to do it. I have to have clientele to make it work. And it was literally me just going from office to office to office and giving out business cards, introducing myself, stuff like that. But now, like back then, it was see it to believe it. Like, I had to see the results to believe that I'm worthy of them. Mm-hmm. But nowadays, now that I've been more established, now that I'm more familiar with how to do things and how to reach out to clientele and how to maintain them over time, it's now believe it first and then it'll come after. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta in life, you gotta believe yourself first, really take in that confidence to then see the results in the outside world. And the deeper you can do that, the more results come to you faster, and the more high quality they come to you. So now, in my case, I'm taking on a new venture. Obviously, I want to be able to use my knowledge, my spiritual knowledge, rather than my photography and videography knowledge, to help people see what they're capable of. And that's my purpose. Everything I've done, whether that be therapy school or real estate media or my new Instagram page, like, everything I have done has been around showing people what they're capable of and giving people back their power.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Wow, you gave it so much more meaning.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, it's a point where I can just merge all those skills into one and figure it out from there. So
beautiful. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Coming back to you, I mean, you're kind of also on your life coaching thing. You have clients. Well, first I want to go back, because obviously you had a reason to do so. You had a reason to take all your knowledge and give it back out to the world. So what was your point where you were like, all right, I'm sick and tired of how I'm living and how I'm feeling, and I want to change this? What brought you to that point?
It all started when I was a little girl. I was part of the chubby kids. You know, there's always those chubby kids,
Mm-hmm.
and I was there, and I would get bullied a lot, and I was very insecure, and I
Okay.
would come home crying a lot. And my mom, she was the person that always brought me into a perspective, showing me that everything that I'm going through, it's strengthening me for the person I'm going to become and
Love that.
how I'm going to help other people eventually. So she always instilled in my mind that I'm meant to be on this earth to help people. And in order to do that, I need to go through a certain journey
Mm-hmm.
that involves getting bullied and learning how to love myself
Yeah.
from a young age. So eventually, when I reached high school, I developed this sense of confidence that I didn't care. I couldn't care less if I was chubby, if I was skinny, if I was whatever it was. I didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
And that radiated into a sense that everyone around me felt that. So people would also come to me for advice, and people would come to me to ask questions about so many different topics, and I always felt like it was my place to help them and to guide them, and it always helped and it always worked. So I realized that I need to make a career out of this. This is something that I'm passionate about. I love to do it. And today I'm very grateful for the people that I've worked with,
Mm-hmm.
that now I can help more teen. I work with a lot of teens and young adults.
Right.
I work with parents to try and help them navigate their teens to become healthier adults.
That's super important too. Yeah.
Super important.
Super important. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, our parent, like, again, your mom fed you the important information that got you to where you are. So it's kind of
Exactly.
important for parents to feed their child the right information to guide them through their struggles.
Yeah.
Because
Especially now.
we live in a generation where social media is a big thing. Drugs are
Yeah.
still an issue. It's a tough fight, especially when you're not eyeballing the kid 24/7, which you don't have to.
Yeah.
But
I
I
can't
loved
imagine.
what you said about, like, just knowing that you're here for something, knowing that you're here for something. And like, some people believe that, oh, the bad times are because they're bad people, they don't deserve anything, and this that, and like, that's part of the healing process. Part of the healing process is getting to there, and then being like, no, this is no longer true. This had to have happened for a reason. And then you go into the whatever it is. In your case, it's, I decided, you know what, this is preparing my vessel.
Exactly.
Preparing my vessel to be able to help others, because you're coming from experience. You're coming from an authentic angle, which is really cool. So
Yeah, I think it's really important for any of our young adults / teens watching this. Just remind yourself all the time that things that you're going through, which are not easy at all, like, just this generation is struggling. It's hard.
y'all, I'm only 25. It's been like a couple years since I've been out of high school and college, but I know what it's like. We had social media,
Yeah.
we had Instagram. You guys have Reels, so it's a little different for you guys.
Yeah.
But
But we know, and we see you, and we're there for you. Like, we're here. We get it.
yeah,
So
I'd say it's arguably a lot worse for teenagers.
I think
though.
so too.
Because now, like back then, it was like, all right, you can get punched in the face,
Yeah.
you like get beat up, and then all right, a couple days over, it doesn't hurt your jaw, your eye anymore.
Yeah.
But now it's like straight up emotional abuse, like very vile, racist, you name it. Like, bro, like I've seen, you can scroll through any Instagram comments on any video, like you'll see hate comments that would, like, a child can't take. A 12, 15, 18-year-old, whatever, they can't take it.
Even as an adult, like, I don't want to have to go through that, but you
Very
see
true,
these
yeah.
young kids going through that. It's so sad. So I just want us to remind you guys that everything that happens, it's happening for a reason. You're in this world for a reason. Everything you're going through is temporary. You're going to grow from it. You're going to change and develop from it. So just keep pushing. You're going to...
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, you have to, again, the greatest, well, let me reverse. The scariest part of growth and being in a position of, I'm ready to help the world and I'm ready to make good out of my bad experiences, is the actual confronting the demons part. That is
Definitely.
arguably the scariest place to go. And most people stop at the idea of, oh, they found the monster, they found the demon. Stop there. That's what I am. I'm typically this person. I'm clearly this thing because it's what it's showing me. But most people don't realize that you actually have the option to be like, all right, no. And I mean, and what I do in my case is I kind of give it like a little therapy session. I'm like, okay, you're saying I'm this, but like according to this, and this, and my ability to change this and this and this, why would I still believe in what you're trying to tell me? What am I? Why would I buy what you're trying to sell? So, um, face your demons, because once you face them and once you overcome them as obstacles, you realize that they are actually the stepping stones to a higher calling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, Oriel, I want to ask you, at this point in your life, do you feel that you have come to a satisfaction of how confident you are? Or do you feel like there's still work to be done and that you're not at your highest potential just yet for confidence?
I'd say I'm proud of myself for the progress I've made, because I'm always willing to try new things, podcasts, Instagram videos. I'm more comfortable putting my face out there and being seen and visible by the world, which is something I'm like, I've worked on it a lot, to be honest. I've created a lot of progress with being comfortable being seen by people in general, because it used to stress me out, and I used to be very shy and used to be very closed off to it. But now I'm very open to it. However, on the social aspect of things, which I'm still saying is, of the 5 aspects of wellness, is my weakest link. Um, Sometimes it'd be nice to actually talk to a person I'm intending to talk to. Like, I see a new person that I've never seen before that I'm curious about, or maybe a girl that I find attractive or something, and I'm like, yo, like, go, go, go. But then a part of me's like, nah. Like, it's not inherently bad. I used to beat myself up crazy for it, but now I'm just like, listen, like, all right, whatever, move on. But from a distance, I'm just going to admire their energy. But eventually, I'm going to say something to them.
Yeah. I think that's also timing.
For
I
sure.
think sometimes we feel like we're confident, but there's times where we also think, no, it's not the right time. It's not the right time.
For
Soon
sure.
it will be, and that comes into play as well. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um,
But I do want to say, last week I talked about quantum jumping, the ability to like jump into a reality, like enter a new timeline or a different layer of reality. When I was 21, and again, this is a cool example, but like anyway, so when I was 21, I did one of my first ever quantum jumps without realizing it. But basically, I jumped into a person who was tired of being unconfident, and just started. I decided, you know what? I go out alone and I have fun. That was my new reality. I ended up really enjoying it for a little while. I did that, and I talked to, because you're alone. You don't want to just not talk to anybody, so you're kind of forced to talk to as many people as possible. And like my brain was hardwired to talk to pretty much anyone that interests me. And it worked, okay? It worked. It
Wow.
worked on the relationship level. It worked on a friendship level. It worked in general. And it was really cool. I stopped for my own personal reasons because I was like, I don't love going out anymore. But I decided I was a person who loved just going out alone.
It's almost like you came in with the intention of, what do I have to lose?
Exactly. Yeah, that's a huge part of it, right? It's like you worst case, someone says no, or screw off, or I have a boyfriend, which is a huge get away from me phrase today. But it's just one of those things where if you take all of your being to make a choice, life can change very quickly.
Absolutely.
Very fast. So,
And I think a good way to practice what you just said, there's something called rejection therapy. Do you know what that is?
I've seen that. I saw a video
Yeah.
actually where there was a woman straight laying down on the floor in Brickell.
Yeah, that's extreme. That's
And then
another
everyone was like,
level.
"What are you doing?" And she's like, "It's rejection therapy." And you know, 'cause,
Yeah.
like if someone's on the floor, you're gonna get that cringe look.
Yeah.
So I was like, "That's a little, yeah, like you said, that's a little much."
It's a
But
little extreme.
yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I get what it is. I get what it is.
I think that it's something that I want to practice too. More not laying on the floor, but I would love to go to an event and just randomly talk to people that seem intimidating to me. Because I'm gonna be honest,
huge.
I am a confident person, but there's times where I walk into a room and there's specific people that I see that I'm too afraid to talk to. Maybe because they radiate a certain energy that I'm
Yeah,
not.
that's what it is for me too.
Yeah, but I want to be able to just go and not care
Exactly.
if whatever happens, happens. I did that with one of my good friends, Gabby. She intimidated me when I first walked up to her, but we're best friends. She's
That's awesome.
the most incredible person. Like,
No,
it's in my head.
so like I get what you mean. So I call it like when someone has like very intimidating energy, I call it aura.
Yeah.
I call it aura. Like bro, one time I was in the Grant Cardone building here because I wanted to
Yeah.
pass out business cards to a certain real estate office. And then I come down the elevator, I walk out, I see Grant Cardone standing right there, and I was like, oh, holy crap, it's him. Bro had meticulous aura, like crazy aura. And his bodyguard, who's even taller than him, had much more aura than he did. I was like, oh. He's like, how are you? I'm like, oh shit. All the confidence in me that entire day just faded. I basically fangirled for like half a sec. It was wild, but yeah, no, like I get what you mean though. Like sometimes that's a good intention though, to walk in and be like, aura detector, you found, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And I've noticed me doing that with girls too, where like I'm like, wow, that girl has like, she's really pretty.
Yeah.
She's got aura. I'm just gonna say aura, but like that part, for some reason I don't talk.
I totally get it. You know, it's actually funny. I saw that we have two friends, our mutuals, Jason and Ben. Shout out to them, by the way.
They
post-
inspire me. They honestly
Yeah.
inspire me. Even Andreas too.
Oh yeah, that's
Bro, he does it too. He's on the
true.
come up as well. I love it.
So they post videos about going up to people anywhere and just starting a conversation with them or giving them a compliment. And that's such a good way of.
I love the follow for more positivity, or like
Yeah.
like if you smile, stuff like that. Wow, like way to make the world a better place.
Wow.
Jason,
Shout out to you
Ben,
guys.
Andreas, you three are inspiration. And
I'm gonna
honestly,
tag
you're
you
kind of the
guys.
reason I'm doing this too. You
Very,
guys,
very.
like I'm realizing that like, sure, my niche is very different from theirs, but at the same time, wow.
There's
Just
a lot to
the-
take
wow,
from them. There's
super,
a lot,
super.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like that's something I want to try without the glasses. I want to do it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, I totally would love that
I'm
too.
trash at volleyball, but I'll figure that out on my own.
The volleyball videos are hilarious.
That was good. Like that's crazy how you put that together.
Yeah, good job, guys. Let me like dive into a topic that I wrote down.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay. Can you share a time in your life where your confidence was the lowest? And can you also share about how you got through that?
Whoa! I'm gonna ask you the same question. A time in my life where my confidence was the absolute lowest, and just how I bounced back. Okay. So when from ages 13 to 21, I was
13
a
to
straight
21.
porn addict.
Okay.
Sorry to say it, I just was. When I was 13 to about 19, I didn't realize it was a problem because I was like super, I was a teenager, I liked it.
Yeah.
But then going into college, realizing the plethora of beautiful women that I never thought I'd see in my entire life is just at this college. And me being who I was back then, I was terrified of talking to women.
Wow.
Brutally terrified to a point where I'd literally stare and not be able to speak.
Wow.
Brutally terrified. And then, like, it got so bad to a point where like the summer of 2019, going into my sophomore year, which was 2019, 2020, I was just like, you know what? Screw this porn addiction. I'm done with this. Like, I'm not letting this do my thing. I'm not letting this rock my flow or whatever. Came into sophomore year. I was a dog my sophomore year, let me tell you. I was a dog my sophomore year. My sophomore year, I was like, come here. Straight up. Like, and listen, I'm not like the most attractive person on earth, but when you have the energy and the intention, the just
so
bold,
true.
pure confidence, that works. I'm telling you, that works.
It works.
It's never about like, even when it comes to communication, it's never about what you say, because the words you actually say is only 7% of the equation. The body language and the tonality, that's 93% that no one else is using.
That's true.
And it got to a point where I just had to use the 93% correctly to where the 7% didn't even matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, it was one of those things, and that was like my first, it was like a semi-quantum jump, because I was still having like very bad thoughts. Like, I was very repressive towards the idea of me liking porn so much. I kind of shoved it to the side, and I didn't really completely push it away. But then COVID hit. COVID hit hard in many, many ways. I was alone again.
Yeah, it's...
All I had was my room, my Xbox, and myself. Oh, and my phone. All that confidence swirled down the drain.
Wow.
And social anxiety through the roof. Kid you not. And this was, going into that junior year, I was turning 21. And at this point, this was arguably the lowest point in my life. This was a point where, like, we had classes online. I'd finish my class. I'd, smoke. I would have nicotine bin nearby. I'd watch anime. I'd play video games. I'd watch porn. It was just everything around me was straight addiction to something. My entire day involved being addicted to some sort of activity or outside venture that filled the void. Mm-hmm. And that was, I didn't even realize it. Looking back now, that was probably one of the darkest times of my life. Wow. And at that time, I had a fallout with my childhood friends from Myrtle Beach. And, they were having their own fun. They were going to their own parties and visiting each other from college to college. And I didn't really have anyone. Like, I didn't have my fraternity brothers, because all my friends in the fraternity graduated the year before. And I was just entirely alone. But my greatest fear in that time was my ability to be alone with myself, which I thrive on, by the way, today.
Yeah.
I actually really love the idea of sitting with my own thoughts and just, enjoying my routine alone. But back then, it was terrifying. It was straight terrifying. But I remember the day, May 26, 2021.
Wow.
Right after the end of my junior year. And then there was one moment where I had like just a lapse of pornography, and I was like, nah. Like, I was enraged. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm done. Like, I'm done with this. I don't want this a part of my life anymore.
Wow.
This is very, very pushed to the side.
Yeah.
Again, not the way to do it. But at that point, I was so enraged and so like hyper focused on being this confident person that I kind of turned into a fuckboy. No, like, I don't know, like, I literally, I can't even describe what I did. It wasn't like terrible by any means, but it was just, I was a completely different person that I look back now and I'm like, how was I even that person?
Wow.
And it was just like, like the theme here is that every time I had these low moments, even with October 7th and that time in my life, I just realized that I need to actually process this stuff. Mm-hmm. Because if I don't, and I push it to the side, I'm just avoiding it. And avoidance is what creates those big monsters that you have to face years later, when you could have done so when the monster was much smaller and you could have just stomped on it and moved forward. Mm-hmm. So yeah, for me, it was just jumping over it, but you got to jump over it right. You got to actually like confront it to step over it, rather than push to the side and just fly or whatever you think you can do.
So you're saying the more you push those demons to the side, the worse, the
Mm-hmm.
more powerful they become.
Absolutely.
And the way to come out of this low point is by confronting these fears, this pain. Confront it like head first.
Correct. That is the most effective way to actually move on from your past. Because for me, for example, like I used to get bullied, right? I used to get bullied for being short. I used to get bullied for having a lot of hair on my legs. I literally never confronted that up until a few years ago, right? But I made it such a big monster that it made me scared of visibility, being seen by people,
Wow.
it made it to where like almost every person I saw was, in my perception, someone who was there to hurt me because of
Wow.
those people in the past who hurt me. And even if they were a small portion of people, it was like 5, 10 people that did it all. But it made it such a big generalization or overgeneralization that I, at first, I couldn't really face it because it was just massive. And I had to build in the inner work myself. I had to learn how to confront. I had to build more confidence. I learned more manifestation stuff. And then I came back to it. And I said, you know what? Like, I am not scared of being seen. People, I have a message. There's a reason I've been through all this stuff and survived here today to tell this message. There has to be more to my life than going through all the shit that I went through and losing. Because that's not an option for me.
I love that mindset. I love that, and I think that type of perspective is something many people should learn from you because it could help them so much.
I'd say my greatest quality, and this is something that's like so embedded in my character, is resilience. I know no other way than to be like, nah, this ain't it. It can't be over. It's not over. It will never be over unless I take my last breath. That's it. Otherwise, I'm moving on.
And I think resilience is something you develop so much when you reach the stage in your life that you have to face your demons.
Exactly.
Because once you enter the healing part, that's when it's hard to go back to what was before. So you become so resilient and you're like, no, I'm gonna keep moving forward. I'm gonna keep healing. I'm gonna become something that I've never seen before.
You almost gravitate towards it, really.
Yeah, you don't see anything else, just that. And I also wanted to recommend, there's a song called This Version of You, but it's literally a meditation and it's beautiful, like something that I think some people should listen to.
I'll take a listen to it later.
Yeah.
I may have, somewhere in my healing journey, I say healing because I'm healed now, but like somewhere in that journey, I feel like I may have, I'll take a listen at it again.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Wow.
But I want to ask you the same question, actually. What was the lowest moment in your life, and what did you do, and what did you learn in order to get above that hurdle?
The lowest moment in my life, I was 16 years old. I was dating a 19-year-old at the time, and it was my first love. But that I didn't realize I was dating someone that was very abusive, like emotionally, mentally, and it was almost physically. But thank God I stopped it before it got physical.
Schmo. Wow.
And for a 16-year-old that is very lovey-dovey, and this is the one thing that she's ever experienced in her life that comes from love, I didn't know that wasn't normal. So I fell into a depression, and for almost a year, I was numb. Like we would break up, get back together, break up, get back together, and I became a completely different person. I first of all, physically, I gained a lot of weight. I had rashes of acne all over my face from stress.
Wow.
And I ignored these signs until I went to therapy. And in 3 months, the therapist I worked with, she shifted my views completely. And I realized that first of all, I completely disconnected from this person,
Mm-hmm.
blocked and everything, no relation, nothing, no
Right, right, right.
connection. And I, from becoming a victim, I became someone that was so powerful. And I feel like it gave me so much, I got so much more knowledge than I had before. And I became
Right.
so much more thick skinned. Now, I can't even imagine being the same person I was when I was 16 before I experienced that. So that was my lowest point.
Wow.
What brought me to now is definitely seeking help, having conversations,
Mm-hmm.
going through the ups and downs and taking it day by day, because it's really the only option. Healing takes time, patience, and it's almost like the saying blood, sweat, and tears, because you will cry a lot, you will feel it,
Absolutely. Yeah, no, for sure.
but it's part of it. And every time you crash and every time you fall, it's part of it. It's another part of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
But there is light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how long it takes. There is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was my lowest point, and I'm really grateful to be where I am today, past
Absolutely.
that.
Thank you for sharing. Honestly, that's
Thank you for sharing. I didn't tell you. By the way, like, I really appreciate your vulnerability and the fact that
I
you're
love this.
able to be to to say things that are so hard from your past. I'm sure so many people are going through the same thing, and they're shaking from saying it out loud. So I think it's amazing that.
Yeah, you know, I can't lie. I was actually practicing this last night.
Oh, really?
Not like not what I just said, like not word for word, but like I was rageful last night. I was like, I realized like, dang, like I really kept some of this stuff all this time, and I was able to let it go. I was able to let some of the old stuff go, and that was the thing with like visibility. That was another layer of visibility that I was scared of, that I didn't conquer from my past. Because like the thing is, when you let these bad feelings simmer into your body, it affects your nervous system. It affects how you perceive the world.
Mm-hmm.
And when you want to achieve great things, let's say wealth, social media following, success in any business, like your nervous system has to be okay with that. But when you hold space for these other things, these other negative emotions, you can't hold that new belief in, because you're going to try to say, I'm successful, I'm successful, I'm successful, I'm loving, I'm happy, I want to be seen, I want to be this. But your body's like, no, you don't. You don't, because you still hold this belief from the past, and that's been there this whole time.
Wow, it's so true. So true.
And also, an example in Torah, it's like, so they say that wealth and anger flow from the same exact pipe. Like you want to be wealthy, you gotta let go of your anger. And I noticed this. There was I'm not gonna name the name of this person, but this was a person who owned a business in a not so good area. And there was an area like 2 blocks down that was popping, and this is in Myrtle Beach. And he'd like go visit there. He'd come back. He'd be so mad. He's like, dang it, over there, it's so busy. It's so crazy. They're getting so much money, so much people are going around, and here it's dead. And here it's annoying. Here it's this and that. And back then I was like, you know, like, yeah, it's a bad area, whatever. But then a couple years later, he decided to switch his store from one concept to another. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to be calm about it. This is a new business idea. This is a new opportunity. This is a new slate. And that ended up being much more successful.
Wow.
Not because of the location, objectively speaking, but because of the change of perception, where he was like, you know what? This is going to work. This is going to work.
And he released control in that sense of
Exactly.
of just letting things happen the way they are supposed to happen.
Exactly. And I've seen this entire process because I was the manager at that store.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I've seen it all. I've seen it all in that place.
That's
I'm over Myrtle Beach Boulevard though. Get me out there. Every year I was like, get me out of there, get me out of here, get me out of here.
Yeah.
But I learned an awful lot about like social skills, this was another thing. This is about radiating energy. When I decide, so I remember May 26th, that's like beginning of summer pretty much.
My mom's birthday.
Actually?
Yeah.
Whoa,
My
leave more
birthday's 2
more.
days after.
Love that. No, but like when I was, mind you, I was a cashier at an ice cream shop. But that day, like I remember that, like it was that day I decided, nah, screw this. This is over. I want to be. I'm a confident person. Like I'm him. I'm him. Him with the neutron, whatever you want to call it. I'm him. And bro, I swear to God, like within a week of just me being at the store, just me doing the normal tasks that I do, people would like talk to me at the store. Like customers would like, because I'm a cashier, you know, you don't talk to the cashier all that much.
Yeah.
But they'd come talk to me, like, and they'd be like, they asked me like what I like about Myrtle Beach, and they told me about where they're from, and they're like complimenting certain things about me, like maybe the necklace I wore, the hair I had, and I even had a couple girls call me cute. but like it really is, when you change your mind about who you are, your energy changes.
Absolutely. And that couldn't be more correct.
And I saw a crazy thing. Like there was this girl on Instagram I saw today where she was literally like, you know, like because I deemed myself, because I knew I was attractive, I knew I was this, bro, her acne, she said her acne healed just from her believing she's more attractive.
Wow.
And that's the thing, like your brain literally rewires itself to confirm very, very strong beliefs. And there's two different ways to hold those beliefs. One, straight conviction. Two, repressing it and putting it to the side. But you can do that you can do this latter in a good way by being like, I'm happy, I'm loving, I'm all this. I'm gonna store it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's crazy how fast things can change when you decide this is it.
Yeah. When you're ready and you make a decision, everything changes. It just boop, like that.
Super. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, this is like, I love the question. I'm gonna ask you another. I have a question for you related to confidence in relationships.
Okay. Yeah. This is general or is like spousal type relationship?
In general,
Okay.
your relationships in general.
Broad. Okay.
So, how has your confidence influenced your relationships, either positively or negatively?
The idea of me going out to places alone is something that's kind of sticked. I'm moving here, being the new kid again, because I hate being the new kid. I was on Instagram one day and I discovered Yehudi. This was like February 2023, but I discovered it and I was like, crap, like I'm going alone again, but this should be okay. It should be fine, whatever. I was super shy at first, but over time I started going more and more and more. I started meeting more and more people, and people started liking me back. So I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Rabbi Josh especially because he had good shields and everything. But yeah, that was something huge for me. That was definitely a skill or a decision that was important for me, that helped me make friends and helped me build relationships.
Can I mention something?
Yeah.
I think an important factor of meeting new people is also radiating that energy that you do want to meet new people. So
yeah, okay, that's like that. I guess was one of my weaknesses. I'd say that because like there's a part of me that I want to meet new people. I want to be open to that. But then like back then I was, and I guess like sometimes a small bit now, I'll get like overloaded or overwhelmed, and I want to like either switch the conversation or like move out of the conversation or some way. So like I come off sometimes, like I realize I come off avoidant to some people. And that's not like personal. It really isn't towards them at all, but it's mainly just like me being like crap, I want to be alone. 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 Or I want to go to someone I like more or stuff like that. And that's in my head, I'm like, that's rude, man. Sheesh. Like,
it depends also who you talk to. Sometimes you just don't
sometimes
click.
you do need to get out of the conversation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've had
Sometimes
that
you're
too.
like, Like I was like at my photo shoot today, like it was this older lady with dementia, and she kept on repeating the same things to me. I'm like,
yeah.
Nothing else I can do. Like I can't just like fuck off because it's also the house that I'm doing a photo shoot of. But at the same time,
No, it's
it's just one of those things where it's like in a different context, I would have had to have tried to leave or something like
for
that.
sure.
But I'm learning to relax, stay present because presence is huge for me. It's something I'm working on, something I've been a lot better at. And I'm working on, even if the conversation is the most like enjoyable thing in the moment, A, we can talk about something else. B, I can, either of us can move it to a different direction. Or C, I can be like, maybe don't talk to this person.
Yeah, that's
A lot. Maybe don't talk
yeah.
to them a lot. Be nice. Be kind. Be nice. But just talk to other people, I guess,
Yeah. And a good trick when you're trying to talk to someone, but you feel like you're having this kind of anxiety and like you're thinking about, okay, what am I going to say next? And how am I going to respond? There is a beautiful power of taking a breath for a second, right? When you start to talk to someone, you're like, and then you say what you want to say. And you don't rush and you don't overthink. You just speak smoothly because you're taking a second to make yourself present rather than stressing like in the moment. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna
you need
say
to
this in
come
one
up with a
breath. Like,
fast, yeah. Like that's a different thing that in the past I had something issue with. Like sometimes I felt the need to respond. Boom. But
but I
my
don't. You
shift,
don't.
no, now I don't. Now
Yeah.
I'm good. But back like I'd say like 2 years ago, this is when it happened. But now I come from a space where I want to like, because again I've studied therapy and like I've been conditioned to understand, clarify if I need, and then respond. Because there's a difference between reacting and responding. When you react, it comes out of neediness. It comes out of lack. It comes out of just wanting to get through the conversation or get to the point. You know what I mean? Like that's where like bad salesmen come into play. Like they just respond quickly. But chances are you're going to be sold by someone who actually cares, someone who actually responds. And what by I mean sold, I mean yeah, sold like by a car, but also sold into the relationship or sold into the friendship. Someone who cares, someone who cares about you as a person before you're anything else. Because, and I know this from my personal experience, especially like early college, I used to see people as just, I don't want to say pawns, but like somewhere along those lines of just talk, boom, move on. Got something out of you, cool, move. But now I'm so not that person. I don't like the idea of just taking energy and dipping. So
Yeah. And it's good that you were able to grow out of that.
super. I used to, yeah, super. My original motive for studying psychology wasn't the best motive, but it led me here. So it's really nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think something that helped me out with my journey was comparing my life to a book.
The book.
A book. And here's why. Like, if you're, no one read, like, you don't ever read a book where the the protagonist just goes through something and just dies. Unless it's like really, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just like he gets hit, he gets slammed over and over and over and over again, and that's just the end of the story. That's not what it is. My life is a story. My life is a good story. That I know for a fact. And that is why I knew that back then, those darker times of my life, that's just a beginning-ish chapter of this book. And last week you said, I'm still writing my book, right? But, now it's a bit uncertain. Now I don't exactly know where I want to write the chapter towards, but it's okay. Because I know the story is going to end up amazing, regardless of what happens. And amazing in a way that supports me, supports my loved ones, and helps me connect to something larger than myself, whether that be friend groups, whether that be religion, whether that be my own spirituality, God himself, consciousness. Like I know that Hashem put me here to have something big in my life. And I know he conspires in my favor.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost as though he's writing the book and you're living through it.
Like I'm the protagonist in the book.
Yeah, you are.
When you let him write, oh my God, the story gets so much better.
Yeah.
Woo!
And if you try to take control, that's when the story just
Yeah, when you take the pen, he's like,
Yeah, no, you don't have the pen.
fine,
Relax.
write a bad story then.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's literally how it is when you try to take control. Because he's like, because what God can do, God can literally move mountains just to make two valleys meet. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy stuff, you know. But you gotta really, I don't know. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself enough to just give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let him love you.
Absolutely. Let me love you.
No.
I love you. Do you learn to love yourself? Wow, these questions were good.
Yeah, these are
I've
spicy.
some spicy
Can I
questions.
pick? Can I pick a question for you? 'Cause
Please.
I have
Do you
my
want to
phone.
pick it from the list?
Yeah, of course.
Here you go.
I didn't want to have my iPad. It was massive. Oh, wow, what a question. I love this one. What would you say to someone who feels not good enough right now?
Ooh.
I want us both to answer, but you go. You pop off first.
Thank you. Okay. When you are not feeling good enough, it's because you have not even discovered a centimeter of your potential.
Mm-hmm.
There is a start of a journey, and I do believe that that is the exact moment where things start to shift. When you fall and you excuse my language, you shit on yourself for not being what you imagine. But from here, you can start to imagine, what do you really want to be?
Right.
Where do you want to see yourself? How do you want to look?
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to feel? Who are the people that you want around you? Do you want to go to school?
Right.
This is where the creativity comes into play. So, okay, you don't feel like you're enough. That's fine. That's okay. What do you want to be? Now's your time to ask yourself that question. And this is when the flower starts to bloom. Like, this is where the seed has just been dug into the ground and now
It's planting. It's blossoming.
it's blossoming. Now the blossoming is going to start.
Yeah.
And a lot of things are going to change. A lot of things are going to change. The perspective you have on life, on people, on yourself, everything's going to shift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one thing about that, it's like earlier I talked about the idea of seeing it to believe it versus believing it to see it. When you're at the lowest point, yeah, that sucks and it feels terrible.
Mm.
And to some capacity, I don't wish it upon my worst enemies. But at the same time, that's also like that lowest point is when you're planted in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you really, at that point, you have nothing else to lose, so you can decide what you want to be, what you believe yourself to be. And when you believe yourself, the stronger you see this new vision, who you want to be, what you want to wear, where you want to live, all these things, the stronger that vision is. That's like that. The more likely that's going to happen in your life. And once that flower blooms, it ends up being beautiful. But you have to go through the constant battle of going up through the ground first. You have to confront all those negative beliefs. You have to move all these negative things out of your life. Remove these toxic people. Change your self-talk, what you eat, how you move, how you live your life. And then you reach the point where you don't have to struggle anymore, and you just grow and grow and grow and get more and more love from the sun and from the water and so on and so forth.
Yeah. It's the farther that you fall, it's the higher that you're going to climb. And
Slingshot theory.
exactly. And once you reach the climax of that climb, along the way there's going to be smaller falls. And it's not going to be as deep as it was the first time.
It's not going to feel as intense. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
it
You're going to
won't
always
be
have those
intense.
falls, but those falls are like literal like ramps onto the next level.
Exactly.
It's like literally just going higher and higher. It's something you got to be
Exactly.
open to, but once
Yeah.
you're on that mindset, like it just goes up from there. Even if you like it's
Yeah.
going down, because that's that's part of the journey, you know.
Yeah. So do that first intense push. Do it for a year, do it for 2 years, however much time you need. But do it. It's a game changer.
Yeah. No, my dad always says to me, like, like you're 25, you're so young, but he's like, you don't need to take life so seriously. You're not 40, you're not 50, like you're 25. Like, get a grip. Do what you need to do. Do it now. Have fun. Enjoy. Do this. Do that. But do it. Don't wait.
Do it. But
Don't.
Do it.
Yeah, but do it. That's it. Like, because thank God I don't have that many bills to pay right now. I don't have a family to feed, although I do want one. But like, a lot of us are so young. A lot of us, a lot of people who are gonna watch this, I'm imagining that mainly anywhere from ages like maybe like 13 to like 28 or 30 is going to be watching this. That's going to be like, I imagine that's the target audience, but
Yeah.
we can go even higher, even lower, depending on who wants to watch. But like, you really do have so much time. And if you really think that you have to figure out your life by 21, 22, 23, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I'm 25 and I don't have my life figured out yet. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do beyond real estate media, because real estate media is one thing, but I don't want to just do one thing. It's not enough for me. I'm just that type of person. But God knows what can happen to me even in a year from now. So it's not to say that, like, just because I have this plan figured out, that it's going to be this. But you know what I mean? Like, God has ways of telling, like, laughing at your plans, laughing at you for making plans even. So, yeah, that was huge.
It's huge. And recognizing that we're here for a short time, it's huge. We need to just make use of every moment to, even if it's watching a show, it's fine. But go outside, go for a walk, take
Please.
a breath of fresh air.
Please. Yes, absolutely.
Like, go for a nice shower and do something that's going to make you feel good. We're here for a short time. We have to just...
Very true. It's weird. Like, our minds are so hijackable towards the negative. Like, our minds are so like, we're more prone to noticing the negative things. It's just how it is.
That's true.
But when I worked at the substance abuse center, or intern there rather, I had so many of the clients being like I ain't worth it. Like, I'm not this. I'm not enough. Whatever. But then, the first thing I said to them, I was like, listen, what I need you to do from this session to next session, grab your small wins. Every single one of them, every single one you can find from your entire life. And then, like, whatever, they'd be like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this. And I was like, listen, I understand you're a teenager and you need proof of being worthy. I understand that. Nowadays, I realize you don't need proof, but when you're younger, you definitely need it, because that's the only logical. Your minds don't think in the manifesty way that older minds do when you're 14, 15-year-old. So I'd be like, listen, collect every small win. A small win can be you waking up. A small win can be you listening to your favorite song, watching a movie you like, laughing with a friend. It can be going to the gym for 5-10 minutes, whatever. It could be literally everything that constitutes to you showing up somewhere in a good way. And pile that into a big ball, as big as you could possibly make it. And take that with you everywhere you go. Even if you feel like you lost, like you're a loser or whatever, take that ball and call it your winner ball, right? Winner, and then your name on that ball, and keep it with you.
Absolutely.
And take that as far as you go. And the more you believe that this is your ball, this is who I am, these wins are who I am, the larger the ball is going to get, until you realize that there is no loser ball. There was never loser things, right? Because those bad things can be transmuted into good things, because you can make a good meaning out of anything.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people, they feel that they should jump from A to B quickly, and that in order to be successful, they need to be an A+ student right away and get straight A's, and in order to feel beautiful, they need to lose 30 pounds and do it quickly. the ocean is such a powerful thing, right? The ocean is huge. It's immense, but it's made from tiny, tiny drops of water, tiny, tiny drops of rain, tiny, tiny drops.
You're not a drop in the ocean. You're the ocean in a drop.
So
love that line.
every little drop is important in creating this huge ocean.
Absolutely.
So if you start to recognize that those things that you think are so little, you recognize that they're huge. They're so important.
Like if you're able to
That's when
magnify
you-
the negative things that you like everyone naturally does, you're able to magnify this small positive thing.
That's-
you woke up
have
today.
Yeah, dude.
You woke up
we woke up
today.
I had a car to drive to here in order for us to meet today.
Like
Thank you.
literally,
you.
thank God. I'm super magnifying that. You know what I mean? Like I had like literally there is a statistic that says the odds of us being alive today is 1 in 4 trillion. Can you think of how microscopically small those odds are? But I'm here. I won against the rest of the 4 trillion that's out there.
You won against all of the swimmers.
I won against all the swimmers. It's not the
fastest
sperm cell.
swimmer.
It's not the sperm cell thing. That's different. That's 250 million, okay? And even then, I beat 250 million people to get here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Gang, what's up? Okay.
Yeah.
But bro, like people don't magnify their wins and they magnify their losses and they wonder why they're miserable, and people
Start appreciating
spread hatred and
things.
let those negative moments define them, and then they wonder why they're miserable. They're not getting the life they want. They don't have the job they want, the money they want, the relationship they want, and it's sad, to be honest.
It all comes from love. Like if you don't have love radiating around you as a person and outside of you, you can't see things in a positive way.
Exactly, and this is where confidence comes in. Confidence, like this is just a different perspective on confidence. It's like I have the confidence to go in my mind and being like, no, this might be how the rest of humanity wires this, whatever, but that's not how I'm wiring it.
No, it's not.
I won by
You
waking
won.
up. I won my addictions.
Hell yeah.
I won everything that they tried to throw at me. I won, and those are the biggest wins I can ever take with me.
Absolutely.
And the biggest win is I still have myself and I love myself fully.
Yeah.
Regardless of what I did. And the fact that I love myself because despite all those things that I did and all the things that have been done to me, I'm a champion.
I totally agree. And so to summarize the steps, okay? Love yourself, learn to love yourself, learn to love the people around you, like to radiate energy
For sure.
to the world. Start seeing the world in a positive point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the steps to reaching that point where you can start to actually appreciate the small things.
And if you can't for some reason find a way to love yourself, collect your small wins, and just focus on making that winner ball bigger. That was
Exactly.
something that saved me. That's something that's helped my clients. So super happy to have that. That was a powerful question. I love that question.
I love that question.
Wow. The not good enough thing, it's like almost at every level you come across it. Like even when you're starting a new business, oh, I'm not good enough to this, I'm not good enough for this. For a long time, I believed I was not good enough for real estate media, but then I was like, I saw one of the videos that I edited and sent for my sister's listing video. I was like, bro, like, I'm him. Holy crap.
I'm him.
I'm him, bro. I need Gavin.
All right, guys, this is what Oriel says to himself every morning in front of the mirror. I need Gavin. I need
Gavin. I'm the champion. No, but like I saw that, I was like, bro, like this is my first video and I edit better than most videographers. So I'm like,
100%.
what's up?
100%. Wow, high quality. But that leads me to a question, actually. Something I just said leads me to a question that I want to ask you.
Go for it.
What is something that you put in your daily routine to help you start your day with confidence?
So I actually kind of made a new routine. Basically what I do, I'm just going to go through the entire thing.
Okay.
I wake up at 6:30.
6:30?
6:30 a.m.
Why?
Yeah. What do you mean why?
Why so early?
Hey, when I said 4:30 2 years ago, you guys said, "Oh, that's so early," and then you guys can do 6, and now I'm up
Who
at
wakes
6:30.
up at 4:30?
I used to.
Why?
Because I used to love going to the gym at 5. That was a thing for me.
Oh my gosh.
That was when I was on my like super raw, angry self-development journey. That was the anger
okay.
aspect of it. But listen, okay,
You will not find me waking up at 6:30.
I wake up at
7 tops.
Oh, come on. Okay. You're judging me. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
no,
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. I take a shower, obviously get ready and all that stuff. And yes, I brush my teeth. I know I didn't say that, but I do brush my teeth. I go to prayer first thing in the morning. I do the minyan.
In the Chabad?
The Chabad right here, yeah.
You go every morning?
Every morning at 7 a.m.
What?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Mind blown.
Takes like 45 minutes. I come back at like 7:45. The first thing I do when I get home is I sit down. I write in my notes. I write a small summary, just how I'm feeling or maybe what happened the previous day. I write 5 things I'm grateful for, but I start them all with thank you Hashem. Thank you Hashem for this. Thank you Hashem for XYZ. Thank you Hashem for whatever. And then I turn the page and I write affirmations. 10 random affirmations because I like to do different ones every day when I write it down. But then what I do, I make my coffee. I bring it to my room. And in my room, I have a computer, like a desktop screen, but I have 3 papers on it. One is called Contract to Hashem. One is called just the goals list, things I want to accomplish. And one is another set of affirmations, but those are ones I just repeat every single day because those are more powerful affirmations for me, and those are very important to me.
Wow.
And those 3 things, along with what I wrote in my notes, like the affirmations part side of it, I speak it into my coffee. It's some woo shit, but there's a lot of science to it. When you speak positive affirmations into coffee, and just something that's filled with water, your cells absorb it, and your cells kind of become it. There's a science study by Dr. Emoto that confirms that when you say positive things to water and then you freeze it, it creates really beautiful ice crystals. But then when you say really negative things to it and you're just very negative, give it negative energy, it becomes very ugly, distorted ice crystals. So
wow,
it's a super sciencey thing. So when you actually ingest water through positive intention and positive wording, that energy gets instilled into your body.
I totally agree with that. You can see that in the plants also.
Literally.
Yeah.
There was a thing where it's like if a plant dies randomly, that means it randomly absorbed negative energy from someone who was in the house.
Wow.
It protected you.
Wow.
It's crazy. I don't have any. These are fake plants, ironically, but I know that because I trust the people who enter my house that are all positive. So, yeah. But I do that, and then I meditate.
So this is all in the morning?
This is all before 9 p.m. Or 9 a.m. Sorry, 9 a.m. This is all before 9 a.m.
Wow, that's damn good for you.
And I do something called a parasympathetic nervous system meditation. Basically, I lie with my legs up and on the bed kind of, or maybe sometimes on the wall. But because that's how you activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. And when you're in that calm state, when that's activated, your body is able to intake more messages, more positive messaging. So sometimes I'll do affirmations, or sometimes I'll do shadow work when I'm in that parasympathetic state, so that I can calmly release stuff that doesn't serve me anymore, or insert things that do serve me. Because when you're in that calm state, your body's more receptive to letting things out and putting things back in. So. Wow. And then I post on social media from 9 to 9:30. I engage on other people's profiles and stuff like that, and then I start work.
Damn, so you have a whole morning routine. Wow, I just got exhausted just from that.
Damn. What's your morning routine then? Wake up at 8.
First of all, I get my princess sleep. It's a must.
Define princess sleep.
8 to 10 hours. There's no way that I'm going to be productive if I sleep for 6 hours. No way. I wake up at 7:30 a.m. I brush my teeth. I get ready, whatever. I go to work. I have
Wait. Do you brush your teeth before you get ready or after?
Before. I can't.
I'm kidding. I do the same.
No, I actually seriously can't talk to anyone, look at anyone, do anything before I brush my teeth.
I'm the same way, bro. Even my parents were in town this last weekend, and I was sleeping because they were in the bed and I slept on the couch, and I was my breath smelled like ass. And I see my mom, and I wake up, and like I'm like, She goes, "Mata ilema." I'm like, But yeah,
No,
sorry, go
I
on.
literally can't with morning breath. I can't. I have to go brush my teeth right away. And then I go get ready, get dressed, go to work. I have a regular, easy, chill day job.
Yeah.
Helps me pay for school, which is nice.
Awesome.
And I finish at 5 p.m., go home, get homework done for my college classes. Hopefully, yeah.
You graduate when?
I am supposed to graduate in like a few months.
Let's go.
I'm really praying that everything falls through the way it should, because there's a few things on the line that I believe, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And I work on my master's application, and then in the evening, like around 7 p.m., I have clients. So I do either Zoom or I go to the office that I have here in Hollandale.
That's sick.
For the coaching.
You like rent out an office space, or?
I have an office space that I share it with my mom, because she also does like therapy and coaching.
Right. Oh yeah, she does the medium stuff.
Yeah, so we have
Ew.
we have a mutual office, and that is my day. Some days I have more free time, so I go to the gym after work. But realistically, these past couple of weeks I've been so busy with just working. I can't.
That's nice. Yeah.
There's phases.
I'm
We
trying to
have
fill up
phases.
my schedule too, but I don't know. I'm figuring out certain things. So.
Yeah, I had a few months before I started working where my days were very open until 3 p.m. And
I don't like when my day's too open. I can't.
I don't
can't
like
do
it
that.
either. It's like, but you have to think of it. It's like the calm before the storm, in a sense. Because right now I'm in a storm. Before it was so calm. But I like the storm.
Yeah, like when you learn to like the storm, it's not a
love it.
storm. It's just like it's like climbing the stairs to success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not again. Like, I know your legs hurt when you climb hella stairs, but you know how it feels good once you reach the top and you're like, damn, like I know my legs are gonna be sore tomorrow. Like you know, I had a good workout type stuff. So
Tap shit.
type shit.
So yeah, that's my schedule. Oh, I almost forgot. Between like 10:30 to 11:30 p.m., I find the cure for cancer, and then from 11:30 p.m. till 12 a.m., I solve the Middle East war conflict.
Whoa, hold on. That's biting into your beauty sleep.
Listen.
That's 7.5 hours. That's not 8.
Oh shoot! You're right. You caught me there. Technicalities, a little technical difficulty.
You gotta.
So between 10 to
10 to 11:15.
10 to 11:15 on the dot. Yeah.
Find the cure for cancer.
Last week, I fed all of the hungry children in Africa. So
All of them?
Listen, like all of them.
On the way to my photo shoot, I see 11:11. On the way back, I see 1:11. I just saw 1:11 right now, and I've been seeing 555 a lot. 555 is a big change number, and that's the one I'm like, dang, like, wow, like that's the one I kind of need to see.
For a second, I thought it was 555.
555.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, but yeah, like that's the thing too. Like that's how I know he's got my back.
Oh,
Those are angel numbers.
100%.
Like, bro, I see them I see at least like 6 to 7 a day.
100%.
That's just like Hashem being like, yo, like this is gonna happen. But ironically enough, my license plate, it's the numbers on it is 111. And
No
like,
way.
yeah, like literally, the license plate is VJI 111.
You know, VJI?
VJI.
You know, my license plate used to be VIJ, something else, numbers,
Vij.
but Vij. A very important Jew.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But one time, so 111 is like my number. Like it just is. Every time I'm about to go through a change, I see 111.
So 111 is, you know what that is, right?
So, kind of, sorta. I kind of interpret it in a way that like
111 is, so 111 and 1111 is like intuition, stepping into your new self, like embracing your new self.
every time I go through a huge change, that's
That's
I
like
see
you
that.
entering your new self.
Yeah.
And 222 is like divine timing, trust in Hashem, and just relationships in general. I think of true love when I think of 222, and I also think of love for Hashem. And sometimes when I'm frustrated, I see 222, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. When I'm frustrated, I see 111, and I'm like, okay. I'm taken care of.
333 is an ambiguous one. I'm gonna go over these real quick because why not?
Okay.
333 is it's a mix really, because one it's creativity, like it's telling you to be creative and like put yourself out there, but then it's telling you that like certain angels got you back. Like there's divine forces that are like just there with you right now, and they're just telling you got this. Keep on going, keep pushing. 444, I get very excited when I see 444 because that's a security one. That's like straight stability, security, like you're good. You're strong. We're protecting you. That's like a super big affirmation. 555 is change. 666 is balancing the spiritual with the physical. A lot of people think 666 is super evil, but I guess, I don't know, I guess people have distorted the message.
Yeah.
But 666 is, in fact, like, grounding your spiritual knowledge into the physical world and just using it. 777 is God, because said God, that's his number. 888 is abundance. It's that money. It's that shmoney. That moolah. 888 is also karma and change. So, it's basically what you put out there that you get back. What goes around comes around. Because, the 8's like a loop.
Yeah.
999 is the end of a cycle.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, that's a big one. Oh, also I keep on seeing 1234, which is just you're on the right path. That's what that is too.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Na, na, na. One time there was this guy. I went to a birthday party and I parked, and the guy in front of me parked at the same time. His license plate was 111 and then some other number, and I was like, okay, this guy's my husband. Okay. Oh. He gets out of the car. I'm like, oh, he's attractive. I'm into him. We go and like into the party together, whatever. We're talking.
Not the guy.
Nothing, not the guy. No. So
not enough aura.
That was a little bummer.
not enough aura. Okay.
Not enough aura. But yeah. Tough. Listen, we had a good chit chat. Huh?
Yeah, this was a powerful session for me.
Yeah.
Powerful little get together.
Yeah.
Little talk. Little chat.
Little get together.
Little chat, as they say in Love Island. I love that.
Let's see. I wonder what we're gonna talk about next week.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
All right, guys. I don't know if we're ever gonna upload these, but if we do, I want to say thank you guys for watching, and me and Natalia will be back with more. So stay tuned, and we're gonna be posting some of these on Instagram too. So don't worry, you're gonna see us, and
don't you worry.
Yeah, we love you guys. Peace.